Hello, I'm live. I am Jill at the Traveling Tow Reader, and I tried to go live last night and couldn't get any service, and so I'm trying it this morning and hello, thanks for being here. And it is Sit Down Saturday today, which is my version of stand up. And so I wanted to share with you some stand up that I did at an event that was one of a kind because a dear friend um, mom had passed away suddenly during the pandemic. It wasn't COVID, but she then planned a celebration of life for her at her birthday, which was like 6 months later. And she did a party for her mom with everything she liked. She had live music, um, I think it was a margarita bar and stand up comedy. She asked me to be the opening act or the like not the opening act, but I was the person before, the show, the warm up. And also, her mom liked tarot. She had a tarot reader there, and her mom was one of the rare people who had had a toe reading. So she also asked me to read toes. So it was my first ever and my only so far toe reading slash stand up event. And I wanted to, I felt honored and I really wanted to do a routine that really, spoke to the fact that, gosh, none of us are getting out of here alive, and how sad it is, though, when we miss our physical loved ones. And 4 days before the event, she let me know that her dad died suddenly in his sleep, and she was going to make it a double celebration. And it was a lot, like, because my heart just hurt for her. She had no time to process and grieve the loss of her dad on top of the loss of her mom. So it was an interesting day. In in life and death is interesting. So I wanted to share with you the routine I did there, and I'm pulling it up here on my computer because I do not have it memorized. I haven't used this one in my any of my open mics that I've gone to. I'm reading the top part of it that I'm going to skip over just because I don't know if it's YouTube friendly. But so I'm kind of starting here. But if you need a reminder of how to feel better in life, let me give you a tip that I like to share with everyone. Lower your standards. It helps whenever you're disappointed. And for me, also works as a great disclaimer. So, however you believe we got into this life, evolution, creation, the chicken, the egg, it's easy to agree that some serious shit had to go down to make our existence happen here. And because of that, it makes me wonder, why don't I ever get the same number of socks out of the dryer that I put in? I also wonder, why does death and Walmart have so much in common? When we die, it's been said everything we need will be there, just like at Walmart. We also have no idea either place what we're going to see when we arrive. And both places are willing to accept us in our jammies. I like to think of both places as a judgment free zone. But here in this human experience outside of Walmart, judgment is all around us. We even judge ourselves. It's been said that we're our own worst critics. Whoever said that didn't have kids, though, or at least they didn't have my kids, because my kids think everything I do is lacking. And I only know that because they tell me. It feels generational, though, because my mom and I also didn't communicate well. Besides her extreme dislike of my use of the word fuck, she also criticized my single status, wanting me to have a man in my life so she didn't have to worry about me. Being twice divorced, I thought my track record showed she should worry more if I had a man in my life. And to be honest, I was a little gun shy. With two failed marriages under my belt, I worried if I got married again, the third one, hell, he might stay. My mom used to say she couldn't die knowing I was still single. I tried reminding her of this when she was terminally battling cancer. Unfortunately, that didn't work, and it'd be easy to feel like I disappointed my mom on her deathbed. And now that she's on the other side and has what I call a better view, I feel we have a better understanding because now she can see what I had to work with. And I feel she's probably proud that for once I didn't lower my standards. My kids' judgment of me feels more harsh, though, maybe because they judge almost everything I do, which is interesting because they're not the mama and I don't owe them money. But in all fairness, now, though, I have given them some serious shit to criticize. The latest thing is that I'm going to quit my day job to live in a van and be a traveling tow reader. I thought they'd be proud of my adventurous spirit. Turns out they're now stressed about my mental well being. But in all fairness to me, I was stressed through their terrible twos and their teenage years. So I just figure it's my turn to rock their world a little bit. The only thing they haven't criticized are my parenting skills, probably because I tell them to look in the mirror. They think I have no idea what I'm doing with my life, but I had no idea what I was doing as a mom, and that worked out pretty well. Outside their closed minded, judgmental views of me, I truly raised some amazing children. They are both successful, kind, and attractive. So I've also done my part to beautify the world. And you would know that was no easy feat if you saw what their dad looked like. I believe life is for the living and that our past loved ones are now sitting in the good seats, cheering us on to enjoy this human experience. They're judgment free now, and they just want us to have sex and eat ice cream, lots of it, because maybe that's no longer a thing where they are. And I'm skipping a little spot here just because not sure. Again, YouTube, and so um, I may never understand the mysteries of life or even the mysteries of death, but I'm still holding on to hope that I'll figure out where my missing socks are. But something I know for sure is that we're not getting out of here alive. And so, my ask of all of you is this: if you ever notice a woman that looks a lot like me come out of a Walmart wearing her pajamas, carrying a pint of ice cream, looking like she's about to have sex as she climbs into her van, don't judge. Instead, take it as a challenge to go live your best life. Because when we're sitting on the sidelines watching others play full on this game of life, because sitting on the sidelines watching others play full on this game of life is not going to make for great stories when we're sitting around the heavenly campfire. And who's to say the best stories won't win our missing socks back? So, you guys, that is my little bit today for Sit Down Saturday. I wish you so much joy. I wish you things in life that you can laugh about, find humor in. Wish you so much love. And I hope you have an absolutely terrific day. Much love, everybody.